What's up, everybody, and welcome back once again to the channel. I'm going to be doing my NFL Week 5 preview, but before we get into that, make sure to subscribe and stack that like button because I make football content all the time. So, without further ado, let's begin. The first game I'm going to preview this week is the Thursday night game, tomorrow's game, Colts at Broncos. This is a big important matchup for both teams for wild card purposes down the road because obviously both of them are not in first place in their division and it's getting tougher and tougher for them. So I think this will be two teams competing for a wild card spot, and this is an early big game for a tiebreaker. I got the Colts winning at 17-16 in a defensive battle. Honestly, I think it could go either way, but I think the Colts will edge them with Jonathan Taylor, maybe, arguably, the best back in football. Then the Giants at the Packers, the London game. Packers should win this 27-17 is my score prediction. Packers are the better team. I get the Giants are 3-1, but this will be a massive test for them. Then the Lions at the Patriots. What a battle of coaches here this is. It's also the Bill Belichick versus Jared Goff rematch from a Super Bowl in 2018. I'm going to take the Patriots to win this one 21-20. This is another one that I think can go either way, but I'm going to take the Patriots. They're at home. I think they get this win and get to 2-3. Then the Chargers at the Browns. You know, these two teams played last year, and it was a heck of a game. Kind of a different situation here. It's in Cleveland. The Chargers usually have a rough time winning on the East Coast, and I think the Browns have a very good running game that can, obviously they do, but I think it's going to be able to take advantage of the Chargers' front seven. I'm actually going to take the Browns in an upset here, 24-23. Then the Texans at the Jaguars. Jaguars, have looked way better this year. Obviously, we've talked about Texans, not much hope there. I think the Jaguars should win here. I'm taking them 24-21. Then the Falcons at the Buccaneers. The thing to look forward to the most in this game is how much are the Falcons going to tease their fans that they may actually beat the Bucs. I'm taking the Bucs 38-14 in a blowout. Then the Steelers at the Bills. Kenny Pickett making his first start. TJ Watt is still not going to play. It's going to be tough for the Steelers in this game. I got the Bills winning it 29-20. Then the Dolphins at the Jets. This is a bit of a trap game, I think, for the Dolphins. I do have the Dolphins winning it 23-20, but I think this is not a game to take lightly. It's at MetLife Stadium. Jets are coming off a big win. And if the Jets were to pull it off, all of a sudden, they would be second place behind the Bills in that division, and it's important to note, Tua is not playing, so, but I do think the Dolphins will do enough just to get it done, maybe force a couple of Zach Wilson turnovers. That will be the difference. Then the Bears at the Vikings. Honestly, I don't see how the Bears score at all in this game, but I'm not going to predict a shutout. I got the Vikings winning at 28-7. Then the Titans at the Commanders. The Commanders have a lot of young talent on that front seven, but it probably won't be enough to limit Derrick Henry in this one. And on the other side of the ball, Carson Wentz may have trouble against that secondary, and the Titans' pass rush has been good as of late. And I think maybe Carson Wentz will take some more sacks. He leads the NFL in sacks this year. I got the Titans winning it 27-17. Then the Seahawks at the Saints. The Seahawks have been playing some good football. The Saints have not. But looking at these two rosters, I just think the Saints are better, and the Saints should win this game. They're playing at home. I got the Saints winning it 28-17. I think it's going to be hard for the Seahawks offense to get things going against that Saints defense. Then the 49ers at the Panthers. This is another game that I think the Niners definitely cannot take lightly. This could be a trap game because they're playing on the East Coast, and the Panthers are a desperate team that need a win. This is a must-win game for the Panthers. So it is a bit of a trap game for the Niners, but their roster is just way too good to lose to the Panthers. I got the Niners winning it 35-14. Then the Eagles at the Cardinals. This is a pretty big game. If the Cardinals win it, they can establish themselves as one of the top dogs in the NFC because they'll be 3-2 and have just beaten the 4-0 Eagles. So, I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. It's out in Arizona. Eagles having to travel out there. I think the Eagles will have an easy time completing downfield passes with A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith against that weak secondary. But I think the Cardinals offense is going to have a big game too. I think that the Cardinals receivers are going to be able to get open against the Eagles' slightly overrated secondary. I want to say the Eagles have a very, very good D-line and a very good pass rush and a very good run defense, but I do question the secondary, and I think the Cardinals receivers will have a big game. Now, I think this is a game that can go either way, but I'm going to take the Cardinals to win it 38-35 in a shootout between Hurts and Murray. Then the Cowboys at the Rams. Dak Prescott has been ruled out for this game. It's the battle of Trayvon Diggs and Micah Parsons versus Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Donald. Before the season began, Micah Parsons said that him and Diggs can someday reach Ramsey and Donald's heights. Cooper Rush playing does not make me, think this is over for the Cowboys. In fact, I think the Cowboys actually match up well against the Rams. The Cowboys have a very good pass rush with DeMarcus Lawrence, Sam Williams, and obviously Micah Parsons. And the Rams' offensive line's been struggling. I think Matthew Stafford's going to be under a lot of pressure in this game, and I think the Rams are obviously not going to be able to get any sort of a running game going, while they're going to be forcing it to Cooper Kupp a lot, and Trayvon Diggs, I think, is going to be following Cooper Kupp the whole game. And Trayvon Diggs may struggle at times with Cooper Kupp, but he's going to be getting double teamed a lot, and I think they're going to limit him. While the Cowboys offense, although I think they may have their struggles too, I think they're going to actually show up in this game, and I'm going to take the Cowboys in an upset 24-17 because I just don't see how that Rams offense gets it going against the Cowboys defense. Then the Sunday night game, Bengals at the Ravens. Winner takes first place in the AFC North. This is a big-time matchup. Bengals beat the shit out of the Ravens both times they played last year. Both times they lost by 20 plus, the Ravens did. The second time, Lamar Jackson was not playing in that game. But this is huge. This is a huge game. The Ravens need to bounce back. The Bengals need to get over 500. Obviously, I think this is a game that can go either way, but this being said, even though it didn't come into play last year, I think the Ravens, their running attack should be able to run all over the Bengals front seven. The Bengals front seven is not good, and the Ravens have a great running attack, so that should mean the Ravens control the clock, control the game, and keep the Bengals offense off the field. I'm going to take the Ravens to win it 34-24. Then the final game of the week, the Monday night game, the Raiders at my Kansas City Chiefs. The Raiders are coming into this game with another must-win week. They had to win last week. They did. They need to win again. This is another must-win for the Raiders. They cannot drop to 1-4. Chiefs trying to get to 4-1 and win here on this Monday Night Football game. Raiders secondary is hot garbage. I think Mahomes is going to take full control of it all night. Expect Mahomes to throw maybe 5 touchdown passes, and I think the Chiefs defense will hold off the Raiders just enough, and the Chiefs will win 45-24 in a blowout win. Comment down below what you guys think about this week. What is your hot takes for this week's set of games? And other than that, I'll see you guys next time.